you got a body when they come to town. Go tell that long-tongued liar. Go tell that midnight rider. Tell the gambler, rambler, backbiter. Tell them got a body when we cut them down.
Well, hello, my fellow Americans and fellow Christians, and thank you for joining me for another day of the Word of the Lord here in the United States of America. Peace be unto you, and peace be unto the United States of America. My fellow Americans, the death of Osama bin Laden once again is a testament to the American drive and will to persuade an onlooking world that America will never surrender, that we would rather fight till the end than allow the glories of an enemy, that there is still a unity and dependence on our leaders to guard, protect, and defend the United States of America. How well you played the part, there all the honor lies. These words of participation are for all Americans who believe in liberty and justice for all, who still have faith in the righteous might of men. Now, at the end of bin Laden, I personally would like to know how all the prophecy teachers in America can predict a one-world government, say the president is plotting to rule the world, America is going to become a desolation, that 2012 is going to be catastrophic and will usher in the reign of Antichrist, and that America is going to befriend Israel. Yet, how is it not one prophecy teacher in America was able to predict the death of bin Laden if they are such great seers into the future? Let me point out to all Americans and fellow Christians that there is a wide range of difference between precision and speculation. Just think for a moment. Most of the prophecy teachers have been preaching for 30, 40, and 50 years. Some are very sincere in their work, but there is no validity to the grandstanding of the end of the world they continue to announce. And certainly, no one has predicted the election of President Obama, and in his presidency we would see the end of Osama bin Laden. Let me mention, these men are preaching to our nation and affecting the psychology of our country. I find it hard to believe and put faith in men who have malice as the future of America. I personally have indicated America will decline, increase in violence, and eventually self-destruct if she continues to walk away from the standards and ideals of living which would strengthen us as a people. This is not speculatory, but a truth. I continue to speak about the importance of these virtues in our country simply because I love this nation. I continue to persist in the promise of the Lord to America, who said, "If any people that is called by my name repents of their sins and turns unto me, I will heal their land." I have warned in the past, but I make it unmistakably clear, we still have an opportunity of a great fulfilling future through the power of the Lord, that life can be a fantastic and wonderful adventure if we put our trust back in Him. This is a far cry from the prophecy teachers whose negative and destructive outlook is buffeting a weary nation. These men do not measure up to the ideals of a patriotic America, with the chorus of all who sing, "Mine eyes have seen the glory of the coming of the Lord, who is trampling out the vintage where the grapes of wrath are stored." I would not talk to you about these prophecy teachers if I did not feel I was correct in these matters. We all are entitled in America to know the entire will of the Lord. We are not called to waste our lives and burden ourselves with unnecessary thoughts of a destructive future. Christ, my friends, never retreats, and neither should we. These men speak with false authority, acting as if no one has a say in the matters they speak about. Well, I do have a say concerning these representations, and so do all Americans. To know, to trust, and act upon our own judgments is an inalienable right and God-given gift to all men. Let all Christians and Americans know they have a right to judge such matters, and the rights of man, both civil and personal, gives them the right to observe and freely accept or oppose as they will. And that, my friends, is because of your American heritage and the freedom we all savor. You cannot tell me Americans want to make a day of every day, waking and wondering if they are going to see the destruction of their country and possibly their own lives. How horrible is that? I am the only one pointing out that America can be a great and shining light, that possibilities are still within our reach and available to those who seek it and want it. The incredible is the possible, and the impossible is the incredible for all men with great desirable hearts. History tells us America on many occasions has walked in the dark of the night and prayed till the midnight oil has burned out with faith that the divine would hear. All too often the answer to prayer has been, the night was dark, but there was rejoicing in the morning. For the vigilant prayer in the night is faith in the Lord's word. But they who wait for the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings like eagles. They shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not faint. The Lord desires the dynamic and power of life for all. He is not against life or the well-being of America. If this was the case, then we would not be thinking today of how we can lead and direct ourselves and our country back into the graces and goodness of God. Let us end today with the words of James chapter 1 verse 17. For he says, every good gift and every perfect gift is from above and comes down from the Father of lights, with whom is no variableness, neither shadow of turning. God bless you, and God bless the United States of America.
Stop, God Almighty, let me tell you the news. My head's been wet through the midnight dew. I've been down on my bended knees, talking to the man from Galilee. My God spoke and he spoke so sweet. I thought I heard a shuffle of angels' feet. He put one hand upon my head. Great God Almighty, let me tell you what he said. Go tell that long-tongued liar. Go tell that midnight rider. Go